Eala Bryan Bagunas lead Team Pilipinas as SEAG flag bearers. He added that the Philippines has been assigned a 300-member delegation for the march around Rajamangala National Stadium, which could be reduced to around 200 due to the year-long mourning for Queen Sirikit and the recent Songkla disaster. The Philippines will field close to 1,700 athletes in the SEA Games, which features 574 events across 50 sports. The competitions will now be held in two main hubs, Bangkok and Chonburi, after Songkla was struck by massive flooding. Eala's rise in tennis has been nothing short of phenomenal. She is now the highest-ranked Filipina in Women's Tennis Association history and the first Filipina to advance past the first round of the U.S. Open. Bagunas, meanwhile, played a starring role for the Eala Pilipinas men's team in the FIV World Championship last September. He led the team to a historic victory over Egypt, a multiple-time African champion, and was a key figure in the close match against another Asian powerhouse, Iran. Tolentino emphasized that selecting a flag bearer has always been a significant responsibility for the POC. The sun had only just begun to rise over the quiet Manila Bay, casting a thin gold line across the water, when the first flashes of news began to circulate across phones, monitors, and group chats throughout the archipelago. At first, it was only a whisper, a screenshot here, a message there. But soon, the whispers rose into a full crescendo. Eala and Bryan Bagunas have been selected as the flag bearers for Team Pilipinas in the Southeast Asian Games. In an instant, the nation felt a shift, as if everyone collectively sat up a little straighter. Two paths, one flag. At 17, Eala had already built a legacy that many athletes twice her age would spend their entire careers chasing. She had the fierce elegance of a young champion, her strokes sharp, her footwork quick, her focus unwavering. People often spoke of her as if she were carved from something both delicate and unbreakable, like crystal forged in fire. Meanwhile, Bryan Bagunas, towering and formidable, had taken a different road to the summit. The outside hitter, who once played in the dust of small-town courts, had grown into one of the Philippines' most dominant volleyball exports. Every spike of his was a story of sweat, motion, resilience. Every victory, a testament to the labor of a boy who dreamed of elevating not just himself, but an entire sport often overshadowed at home. To many fans, they seemed worlds apart. Tennis and volleyball, youth and veteran presence, swift precision and explosive power. But beneath their differences was a shared truth. Both were symbols of possibility. Both were proof that the Filipino spirit was boundless. The announcement. The hall at the Philippine Olympic Committee headquarters buzzed like a hive preparing for takeoff. Cameras clicked. Journalists juggled their notepads and microphones. Athletes mingled nervously in tracksuits, waiting for the official lineup to be revealed. At the center of it all stood the flag, folded neatly, quietly, as if storing the stories of every Filipino athlete who had carried it before. Hidilyn Diaz, Lydia De Vega, Peng Nepomuceno, and so many others. Alex arrived early, as she always did. She slipped into the venue with the modesty of someone who didn't yet fully understand the size of her own shadow. To her, the day felt like any other. Another press conference, another round of questions, another duty as a national athlete. Bryan arrived moments later, his stride steady, his presence commanding, but his smile carried a softness that belied his intimidating frame. When he spotted Alex from across the hall, he raised a hand and waved. She waved back, a little sheepishly. The POC president stepped up to the podium. The chatter in the room softened. "Today," he began, "we honor two athletes who have shown excellence, sportsmanship, and unwavering dedication. It is my privilege to announce that Eala and Bryan Bagunas will serve as the flag bearers for Team Pilipinas at this year's Southeast Asian Games." The applause that followed wasn't the polite kind offered out of habit. It was thunderous, heartfelt, and sustained. Alex blinked, caught utterly off guard. Bryan lowered his head, humbled. In that split second, time froze around them. Two athletes, two journeys, now connected by a single honor.